All right, let's talk about Asakusa. You've probably seen the pictures, you definitely know the name, but I'm gonna bet you're thinking about it all wrong. We're gonna tackle this iconic Tokyo district with an expert's top 10 list. This is your guide to skipping the tourist traps and finding the real culture that's hiding just around the corner. And that right there is the big mistake, isn't it? Most people just see the giant lantern, snap a picture of the temple, and leave. But that's just scratching the surface. We're talking about a place with over 1,400 years of history packed into its streets. And we're about to give you the playbook to see it like you've been there 100 times. So first up, we've got the sacred and strategic sites. Look, before you just dive headfirst into the crowds, you need a game plan. The key to doing Asakusa right is visiting these first few spots in a very specific order. It makes all the difference. Our first stop, number 1, is the ACTC observation deck. Now, while every other tourist is making a beeline for the temple gates, you, the expert, start here. Why? Because from the 8th floor of this gorgeous building, you get a stunning panoramic view, and it's totally free. But this isn't just about the photo op, this is strategy. You get to mentally map out the entire complex from above, turning what looks like chaos down there into a clear, organized plan. 645 AD. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's not just some random year. That is the founding date of our next stop, Senso-ji Temple. To put that into perspective, this temple is older than most countries you can think of. It is the spiritual heart of Tokyo, and knowing just how ancient it is, well, that changes how you see everything. So at number 2, we've got the main event, Senso-ji Temple itself. And here's the pro tip that will completely change your entire experience. Forget the massive, crowded main gate everyone funnels through. You're gonna look for the Northwest Passage. It's this quiet, unassuming side entrance that feels like a secret path. You totally bypass the chaos and arrive in this really peaceful state of mind. And get this, the sacred statue the temple was built for. No one has seen it since the year 645. It's hidden away so people don't come here to see something. They come here to feel the immense weight of all that history and faith. Number 3 is all about decoding the O-mikuji fortune. Now, on the surface, it looks pretty simple, right? You pay 100 yen, you shake a metal box, a stick pops out, and you get a little slip of paper. But the real magic, the part that matters, is the final step. If you get a good fortune, you keep it. But if you get a bad one, you tie it to one of these racks. You're not just throwing it away, you're symbolically leaving your bad luck behind for the temple to purify. It turns a little souvenir into this really powerful personal ritual. And for number 4, we have Matsushiyama Shoden Shrine. This place really shows you the incredible spiritual diversity here. You see, if Senso-ji is this grand, epic protector of the whole region, this little shrine is all about personal wellness. It's quiet, it's kind of quirky, and its main symbol isn't some powerful god, it's a humble daikon radish, a symbol for health. That contrast between the epic and the personal, that's what makes Asakusa so cool. Okay, we've connected with the sacred side of things. Now it's time for the senses. Welcome to Section 2, the flavor of shitamachi. We're about to literally taste the history of Asakusa's working-class soul, what they call the low city culture that really defines this whole neighborhood. And kicking things off at number 5 is Hoppy Dori, which basically translates to Stew Street. Now, to get this place, you first have to understand hoppy. After World War II, real beer was a luxury, so the working class came up with this clever substitute, a cheap beer-flavored, non-alcoholic mixer that you'd spike with shochu. So when you drink hoppy here today, you're not just having a beverage, you're tasting the grit and resilience of post-war Tokyo. It's history in a glass. Next up at number 6, we're going underground to the Asakusa Underground Street. And no, this is not just some dingy subway pass. This place is a legitimate time capsule. It was built in 1955, and the second you walk down those stairs, you are blasted back to the Showa era. Seriously, the air smells like old-school ramen and yakitori, and it feels like you've stumbled upon a secret world humming with life right underneath the shiny modern city. Number 7 is an absolute must for any food lover, Kappabashi kitchenware town. Don't even think about souvenir shops. This street, with its 160 specialty stores, is where Tokyo's best chefs come to buy their gear. We're talking legendary Japanese knives, beautiful ceramics. This is the engine room of the city's entire restaurant industry. It's also where you can find those incredibly realistic plastic food models you see in every restaurant window. It's a true peek behind the curtain of Japan's food culture. Okay, so we've seen the iconic sights, we've tasted the historic flavors. Now, in our third section, it's time to stop observing and start participating.
These next few experiences are all about getting your hands dirty and engaging directly with the living, breathing culture of Asakusa.
At number 8, we have the Rickshaw Tour. Now, please, don't write this off as just a cheesy tourist ride. Think of it more like a private, open-air history lecture on wheels. Your guide, the shafu, is a trained local expert who knows all the hidden alleys and backstreets that cars can't get to. It's the slow, immersive way to discover the little details and stories of old Tokyo that you would just walk right past otherwise.
Number 9 is a total blast from the past, Hanayashiki Amusement Park. This is Japan's oldest amusement park, and you know what? It feels like it, in the absolute best way possible. It's home to the country's very first roller coaster, and the whole park just has this amazing, charming retro vibe. It's such a great contrast to the serious ancient temples, and it gives you a glimpse into what Japanese families have been doing for fun for over a century. And for our final expert tip, number 10, you've got to take an Edo craft workshop. Look, instead of just buying some generic souvenir from a shop, why not make your own? You can try your hand at Aizome, which is traditional indigo dye-in, or Edo Kiriko, this beautiful, intricate art of glass carving. And these aren't just tourist classes. You're actually participating in a living tradition. You'll leave with something beautiful that actually has a story, your story. Just a pro tip, definitely book these in advance.
So there you have it, our top 10 list. But a real expert knows that when you visit each place is just as important as what you visit. So this last section, your perfect itinerary, this is the final piece of the puzzle to unlock a totally seamless, crowd-free day. Okay, this is it. Get your phone ready because you need to take a picture of this slide. This is probably the most valuable thing I'm going to show you. This table lays out the exact best time to visit our key spots to dodge the crowds and get that authentic vibe. I'm telling you, visiting Senso-ji Temple at 7 a.m. versus 11 a.m., it's like two completely different worlds. You follow this schedule and I promise you will have a perfect day in Asakusa. So, from secret entrances and ancient rituals to post-war street food and hands-on crafts, Asakusa isn't just one thing. It's this incredible city with layers and layers of stories. You now officially have the expert's map to navigate it all. So the only real question left is, which layer of its incredible history are you going to explore first?